Let me show you how you use the SUMIFS formula on Microsoft Excel. So let's say we have this question here, we have this data, and this is the question. What's the total population of people living in Europe and using euro as their currency? And we are going to extract this from this data. So before we start, we enter our formula, right? The SUMIFS. So S and then ifs, right? We select it. So now here is it. So the first parameter is the sum range, right? So the sum range is what is the total population is going to come from here, right? Population is going to come from here. That's the sum range. So we are going to just drag to this section like this. First parameter done, comma, criteria range 1. So the question is saying total population of people living in Europe, right? So it's going to be here continent. So this for this range 2. Good. And then the next is the criteria, which is people living in Europe. So we have to enter our comma, and we have Europe there. Good, and comma, and now we are moving to criteria 2. That's why it's SUMIFS. So the criteria 2 is people living in Europe, but then they are using euro as their currency. So the currency should be the criteria 2 range, right? Good. And then the next criteria 2 is going to be the euro, which is the E, U, and R. And yeah, we are done. So an enter, and we are good to go. We get it. So now let me double tap it for you guys to see. So the first parameter is sum range, and we are looking for the population. So it's this here. The second is your criteria range, and it's going to come from continent because we are looking for Europe. So Europe is a continent. And then the next is the criteria, which is Europe we are searching for. And then the third is the criteria 2. That's why it's SUMIFS. So SUMIF is going to help you get a single condition. When you have 2 or 3 or 4 more conditions, is SUMIFS. Simple and easy. So now get the total population of people living in Europe that they are using euros. You get it? So it's like some sort of condition, 2 sort of. If you are new here, give me a like, subscribe to my channel. Peace.